welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Politics in Kogi State gets more complex as new Deputy Governor Edward Onoja is sworn in amid controversy over the impeachment of the former Deputy Governor by the State House of Assembly. Court varies the bail conditions granted to the convener of the Revolution Now protest, Omoyele Sowore, but insists the accused must remain in Abuja and not speak to the media. Residents flee as suspected bandits attack several villages in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. And Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu admits difficulty in forming a new government, asks his political rival to salvage the situation. For more information on our top stories and others, do visit our website, channelstv.com. YouTube.com/channelsweb has videos of all our shows. Now let's head back to the courtroom now. About 3 months after his rearraignment, the trial of the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, resumed today at the Federal High Court in Lagos with the testimony of the first prosecution witness. Mr. Fayose is being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for alleged money laundering. In his testimony before Justice Chukwuje Kuaneke today, the first witness, Mr. Lawrence Akonde, a banker with Zenith Bank PLC, told the court that as a person of high net worth, his bank sought patronage from Mr. Fayose. He admitted that Mr. Fayose maintained 3 accounts with the bank, namely Spotless Investment, Deprivateur, and a personal account domiciled in Lagos. The witness also mentioned that sometime in June 2014, he received a call from Mr. Fayose informing him that there will be a business transaction in Akure, which he passed on to the Akure zonal head of the branch to handle. The banker then denied direct knowledge of the transaction, including lodgements, payments, or deposits. Justice Aneke adjourned to Tuesday, October the 22nd, for continuation of trial. And still at the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos, where Justice Muhammad Liman has ordered the temporary forfeiture of 2 properties belonging to the former Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, in the Ikoyi area of the state, to the federal government. The Ilorin Zonal Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had, in an ex parte application filed by its lawyer, Nnemeka Omewa, approached the court seeking an order of interim forfeiture of the houses located at number 17A MacDonald Road, Ikoyi. The commission, in supporting affidavits, alleged that the former Senate President acquired the 2 properties with the proceeds of unlawful activities while serving as governor of Kwara State. Delivering ruling on the application, Justice Liman ordered the interim forfeiture of the 2 properties. He also instructed that the EFCC should publish the order in a national newspaper within 14 days for anyone with interest in the properties to show cause why they should not be finally forfeited to the federal government. Meanwhile, the former Senate President, Bukola Saraki, insists that the Federal High Court in Lagos must have been misled into granting the order of temporary forfeiture of his property on number 17A MacDonald Road, Ikoyi, following an ex parte application by the EFCC. Senator Saraki, in a statement, refers to a subsisting court order issued by the Federal High Court, Abuja, restraining the EFCC from taking any further action on the same property until the matter is determined. The former Senate President says the judge in Lagos must have been unaware of this and the fact that the affected property was specifically listed in the case against him at the Code of Conduct Tribunal, in which the EFCC was part of the prosecution. He points out that the Supreme Court, which eventually entertained the case, ruled in his favor in its July the 6th, 2018 judgment after upholding the no-case submission he filed. Dr. Saraki says he is sure the order will be reversed because any action that tends to mislead the court amounts to misrepresentation. Let's cross over to Abuja now, and here's Linda Akigbe. Linda.
Hello, Ijoma. Welcome to Abuja. President Muhammadu Buhari has departed Abuja for Sochi in Russia to attend a 3-day Russia-Africa summit holding between October the 23rd to the 25th. The meeting emphasizes exploring and expanding opportunities in security, trade, investment, science and technology, as well as gas production. A statement by presidential spokesman says President Buhari will meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of a summit to further strengthen relations in security, trade and investment. In addition to building partnership that will enhance Nigeria's huge gas potential. The statement adds that an African business forum will also be held during the event to promote Russian investment in Africa and boost African business interest in the host country. President Buhari will be accompanied on the trip by several high-ranking government officials and is expected back to the country after the summit. Now to security matters. Suspected bandits have attacked several villages in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. The incident, which occurred on Sunday afternoon, has displaced many villagers who fled their homes for fear of being attacked by the bandits. The gunmen are alleged to have killed 3 members of a vigilante group that went into the forest to confront them. A resident told our correspondent that many people have been displaced from several communities in the state. Now, still on security, the police in Abuja have paraded 81 suspected kidnappers, armed robbers and internet fraudsters arrested from various parts of the country. The force public relations officer, DCP Frank Mba, while parading the suspects, explained that some of the suspected kidnappers murdered 4 police operatives during the operation, while over 10 million naira collected as ransom by some of the suspects was recovered. Mr. Mba also wants prospective employers to thoroughly profile potential employees, as some of the suspects are employed by their victims. And 99 graduates have bagged first-class degrees at the 7th convocation ceremony and 10th anniversary of the Afe Babalola University in Ado-Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital. A total of 1,074 graduates were invested with various classes of degrees at the event, which also witnessed the conferment of honorary degrees on 4 eminent Nigerians, including the national leader of the All Progressive Party, Bola Tinubu, and the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammadu Saad Abubakar III.
State governors, traditional rulers, the academia, and other dignitaries at the 7th convocation ceremony and 10th anniversary of Afe Babalola University at Ado-Ekiti. The founder of the institution, Chief Afe Babalola, takes the audience down memory lane and hints on the school's 10-year plan.
It's not only to consolidate of what we have achieved, but to improve on it and make this university one of the best universities in the world, at least within the bracket of 100. That is my plan. That is our plan. That's God's plan for this place. To achieve that, we certainly need government support.
He also has a message for the graduating students.
And as we go into the world, remember that principle enshrined in our anthem. And what is it? Determination, industry, and integrity. With these 3 at all times, we will get there.
In an atmosphere of excitement, the special awardees are called out and they are conferred with honorary degrees. The recipients say they are grateful for the honor.
I stand before all of you on behalf of all of us honored here today as the proud members of Alumni Association of Afe Babalola University.
One after the other, the 99 first-class graduates step up to the podium for a handshake with the Chancellor. With a record of being one of Nigeria's leading institutions of higher learning, the school, Afe Babalola University, can only look forward to churning out more effective graduates in the coming years.
And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Joma.
Thanks a lot, Linda. When the news at 10 returns, Securities and Exchange Commission plans to adopt framework to regulate alternative financing for small businesses within the capital markets. That's on Business News. Do join us again.